I'm now hopping on with Dr. Tshidi Moeti from Botswana. She is the first woman to be elected as the World Health Organization Regional Director for Africa. Over the past 5 years, Dr. Moeti has led the transformation of WHO in Africa to ensure the organization is accountable, effective, and driven by results. Dr. Moeti is a public health veteran with almost 40 years of national and international experience. She is renowned for having led WHO's 3x5 initiative in Africa at the height of the HIV/AIDS epidemic, resulting in a significant increase in access to antiretroviral therapy among people living with HIV. There was no certainty that the HIV epidemic could be controlled in Africa. In fact, Dr. Moeti had to push those around her to tackle the deadly HIV crisis in an environment of almost total uncertainty. Instead of waiting for certainty while millions were dying, she began with many unanswered questions, committed to learning the answers while moving forward. Hello, Dr. Moeti.
Good to see you, Zainab.
Please describe the initial solutions to this problem.
When we embarked on the 3x5 initiative to put 3 million African people on treatment, knowing the circumstances of the continent, there was no certainty there. It was certainly an inspiration. I believe that going into something that's ambitious, understanding that you have to learn and adjust is the only way of making progress, of learning and on building on your attempts and your errors. Indeed, we should avoid the mistake of being too certain at the beginning because it closes the possibilities for you to learn, to strive, to try, and to succeed.
And what happened?
We learn as we go along. I think it's important, of course, to document what's happening, to have data to inform you what is working, what is progressing, what is not working, and to use that science in order to guide what you do. But I believe if we waited for certainty before embarking on ambitious and very important interventions to address very important public health problems, we would have very, very many problems today.
Dr. Fegi says it best. One of the greatest threats to human extinction is our own fatalism. He is so right. Hope and believe in our ability to take on these massive problems is really what's required of us to become better ancestors.
Then what I've found is also very effective collectively is to have scorecards where we show the evidence to the leaders that these are the outcomes of what you've done or not done based on what you agreed. And believe me, nothing engages politicians more than to see themselves compared to their neighbors and see how they are performing, how their country is doing compared to their neighbors. I've never seen heads of state get so agitated as to see that, my goodness, am I doing worse than him? And what is wrong? And you need to do something about that.
Thank you, Dr. Moeti.
Thank you, Zainab.
Dr. Moeti chose to dive in and pursue her solutions to combat HIV in Africa at the height of that pandemic, as opposed to waiting for certainty that was not likely to come. As in our other lessons, she uses this iterative process based on evaluation and continuous improvement to gather the political will to create change. Dr. Moeti is truly working towards becoming a better ancestor. As humans, we need to prepare for future threats. We need to be less certain that our survival is a given. In the history of our universe, of our planet, the long-term survival of any species is not guaranteed. We face challenges that require us to think beyond our lifespans, to the impact we will have on future generations. What kind of world do we want to leave? How will they judge us for what we did or didn't do when we had the chance? Do we turn our backs on the future or choose to become good ancestors?